Hey, 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 Facebook Nation. This your girl Jamaican Joan with a special edition of the Joan Henry Show. But please don't go anywhere because we are
Joan
going to be
Henry Show.
right back. Welcome back to the pop-up version of the Joan Henry Show. I'm your host, of course, Jamaican Joan, and dropping by tonight with a special edition of the show with an amazing chef, Chef CJ's Kitchen. But it may not be what you think. Wait until you see what goodies she's going to be showing us today. So let me go ahead and thank all those who are watching live and those who will be watching the replay. And we're about to have an amazing show. So, CJ, how are you doing today?
Hey, Joan, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So tonight, we're dropping by, for you to show the viewers some amazing goodies. And if you're watching and if you're from the islands, you will definitely know about most of these amazing goodies that she's about to show us today. So, CJ, won't you tell the viewers what is it that you're going to be doing tonight?
Okay, tonight I will be showing you how I do our Jamaican fruit cake or black cake, Christmas cake, whatever you want to call it. And I also have a special bread pudding that I make, and it's called Rocky Bailey bread pudding, which is done with the famous Bailey's Irish cream and white rum. So I will show you how I do that.
All right, so y'all know that Jamaican Joan is a foodie. So tonight, entering into the baking zone. So yes, as she's just said, she's gonna be showing you and sharing her tips about the ingredients that she used to make her cake. So, Miss CJ, you can start your presentation.
Take it away. Okay, guys. So I've gone ahead and I've done a prep on because on the bread pudding. So I'm gonna start by showing you how I do the bread pudding first. I'll just move these things away a little bit. So okay, I hope you, oh, sorry, I'm out of vision, I'm sorry. So in this, I have the bread soaking in white rum, the Baileys, some wine. I got eggs in here. I got raisins and sugar, and that's about it. That's about what it is in there. But I'll show you how I do my my bread. So I get the bread slices. I hope you can see me from where I'm at. So I just have a few bread slices left on here that because I wanted to show you what I do, how I do this. So I just butter my bread, and in this butter is all the spices I use. I got cinnamon, nutmeg, and some mixed spice in here. So I just go ahead and I butter my bread. So I mix all that spices into the butter or margarine, whichever you like to use. You mix it in, and then I put them together like so. So I just have like 4 slices here because I wanted to show you how I do this, okay? And then I put it all together and I cut to make cubes. So you want to cube it that, and I'm using Ordo bread, sliced Ordo bread. I don't like to use whole wheat bread because when you use whole wheat bread, it comes out really soggy. So I like to use Ordo bread. And so I put this all in here. And I'm gonna pour some Baileys over this because I already had the amount of stuff I need in here. So that's Baileys, you all. And that smells delightful. So if you like to drink, you can just imagine how this smells, right? So in this, I just mix that in because we already had it mixing. So I'm trying to mix this in real good so everything gets to soak up. And in here we also have vanilla. You use whatever spice you like to use, right? You can use your own spices, you know, but I just went ahead and I used everything, like I used mixed spice, cinnamon, whatever. And so for that bread pudding, I would leave it overnight to soak. Or I'd leave it like maybe an hour, depending on how small you cut the slices for the bread to make it easier to soak, and you actually mixed it in while it's soaked. Okay, so now for our famous Christmas fruit cake, black cake, I left a little more to be done with that one, okay? So here I have my mixer and my flour, my butter and my sugar is in this mixer, and that's already creamed. In this smaller mixer, I have my eggs and lime juice. I use lime. And I normally do my eggs and my lime together because I like the texture of the cake. When you put the egg and the lime together, it gives you a little, firmer cake than when you mix it into your butter and into your sugar and butter. And that's how I do mine. Also, here I have my sifted flour. I've already gone ahead and sifted the flour, and I'm adding cinnamon powder. I'm adding nutmeg. Call it nutmeg. What's it called? Nutmeg, but in Jamaica we say nutmeg, right? So, and some mixed spice, right? Also salt. You don't do sugar. You don't do baked product without salt. Baked product without salt falls flat in taste. So you need some salt to bring that up, right? So we have some salt. And not a lot of salt, because your margarine or your butter may have salt unless you're using unsalted butter. And so I do this, I sip it because sometimes there's bits and pieces in your stuff that you don't want to get into your flour. Okay, and in this, I'm gonna mix that into my flour. And like I said, I'm trying to do like maybe 4. This is like 4 9-inch cake based on what I have here. Okay, so for measurement, if you're doing a 1 pound mixed, you use a 1 pound butter, 1 pound sugar, 1 pound flour, right? And also something is missing from my cake, and it's my baking powder. Right, I had it there. So, and for each pound of flour, I normally put a tablespoon of baking powder for each pound of flour. And so we mix that in. Make sure you get all your spices distributed all over the flour, right? Also, so I'm going to put this aside. And then I get my mixing pan, my bowl. Okay, so an issue I have is I normally would have my big pan. And for some reason, I forgot it because we're actually facing a snowstorm today on this side. And so when I went to pick my stuff up, I forgot to put up my pan. Okay, give me a second. Let me get this off. Oh, Lord. I hope I can get this off. Okay, so I'll just put that in here, and I'll get rid of this butter on my hand. I kind of hate to feel butter on my hand, but I'll get that off. Okay, so now you know that this thing don't belong to me. I can't get it off. All right, so I'll just scoop this out in here. So because of the storm tonight, I am actually borrowed somebody else's kitchen, right? So most of these things don't belong to me, so it's a little harder to use, okay? So I'm just gonna scoop that out here. And that's one of the questions I did not ask. How do I release this thing? Okay. So in here I have my butter. All right, so this one. And in this I'm gonna pour the mixed egg that I have in here. It's the eggs and the lime juice. And I'll just pour that in here. Okay, and I'm gonna take this Swiffer and I'm gonna mix this in. And it's already pre-mixed. I'm just doing this in order to get everything together.
CJ.
Yes.
So for those who are just tuning in, can you please stop for a minute and say what is it that you're making?
Okay, so right now I'm doing a Jamaican fruit cake, a black cake or Christmas cake as it is famously called. And I'm putting the stuff together right now.
Okay.
Okay. So I've gone ahead and done the butter. In here I have butter, sugar, eggs, and lemon juice, lime juice actually. And so now to this, I'm gonna add my flour. Now back home we don't use a mixer to do our batter. We use a wooden spoon to do our batter. So to this I'm gonna go ahead and add some flour. And you don't want to add all your flour at once. And we cut and fold. Are you able to see me, Joan?
Yeah, I was about to ask you, are you able to move that up to where you have those bottles so folks watching could
Up
see?
here.
Yes, that would be great.
I think it's probably going to make the phone shake, but I'll try.
Okay.
Because it's, yeah. Am I
'Cause-
shaking?
Okay.
How is that? Is it shaking?
Yeah, yeah, we could see it now. Miss Anderson was asking, could I enlarge the screen? Miss Anderson, that's the biggest screen that I could get it to. Actually, those are the biggest screen, but hopefully you're able to see what she's doing now. And that's Miss Anlyn Anderson who's watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you
Thank
everyone
you,
for
Miss.
watching.
Thank you, Miss Anderson, for watching. So yeah, so I had a cup of time just to cup of flour, and we cut and fold. We don't just mix, you know, there's a technique to this. Is the camera shaking or is it okay? Because it's shaking on my hand.
Yeah, it's shaking, but it's
It's doable?
It's work. Yeah, but if you think the camera may fall over, then you may want to put back
No, it
the.
won't fall. It won't fall.
Okay.
It's just that, and if I move this table, it's probably going to be too low. I just want you to see. Okay. So we cut and fold that into the batter. And like I said, you don't put all your flour at once. Huh?
Oh, that's still flour you're adding?
Yeah, it's still flour because I got to add it to the amount that we're doing. It's a 2-pound mix.
Yes, Yannick, she is making fruit cake. I don't know if that is a question or a statement. Yanni, thank you for watching. And yes, she is making fruitcake.
Yeah, this is how I make my fruit cake. Um, so, and it
Thank you
does
for
take a
watching.
little work, you all. The arms get really like, it does take a little work. And if you're from Jamaica, you know how that goes. When we were younger, we would have to mix this thing. The parents would call us, and we're the one who would have to mix. And it's done with a wooden spoon, not with a mixer.
Thank you for watching Tyann Smith out of Texas. Thank you for tuning in.
All right, so we keep
Yeah,
having.
Claudette, I'm about to answer a very biased question because Tyann is asking, does Jamaican fruitcake taste better than American fruitcake? Of course.
Of course it is.
Are you
Of
going to
course
ask me that,
it
girl?
is. Actually,
Bad
yeah,
question to ask Jamaican Joan. Of course, I'm going to say yes.
yeah. And if she wants to order, my contact is running across the screen somewhere there, so you can order and try it, Diane.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna add one more cup to this. And we want to make sure we do this so we get all the flour. You don't want, when you're done baking, you have dried flour still in your cake. You don't want to overwork the batter, but you also don't want to have dried flour left in it. For those on my page who's asking what the name of the show that I'm on, it's called Joan Henry Show. The Joe Henry Show.
Thank you guys for watching. And so there's a Lenore Wright. She said that she loved that you're explaining the steps. Thank
Yeah.
you, Miss Lenore, for watching. Oh,
Okay.
Lorraine. I'm so sorry,
Thank
Miss
you.
Lorraine. I guess I'm seeing things over here. Lorraine. Miss Lorraine, right. See, you have the fancy spelling. Nice spelling, nice name. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching.
And now you could see how Jamaicans get all these wonderful muscles that we have. You see the
I
work that
know,
we put
I
in?
know. Guys, this take work. But trust me, at the end of the work, it pays off because I've eaten so much of this already since the season started.
Yeah.
All right, and to this, once my batter is ready, then I'm gonna add my fruits. My fruits has been blended. And when you blend your fruits, you don't want to blend it out too much. Because you blend your fruits out too much, your cake gets a little too glammy. Like it's not cake. It's like it's too. How would I explain that?
So, CJ,
Yeah.
which cake is this you're making again? Black cake.
Black cake, rum cake, Christmas cake, whichever one you want to call it. That's the
You
cake.
hear, you hear that, Ebony Elise? She's making black cake, rum cake, and all the cakes.
Cake, all the cakes. All right. So in this ninja, and I'm gonna use my ninja because it does not blend the thing. It's like chop. So in here, I pour some of my fruits in.
What kind of fruits? What kind of fruits are those?
In this, I have prunes, I have raisins, there's cherries, there's mixed peel. I mean, whatever fruits you like, you can have.
Okay, Chanel McKay, I see. You said it's the same.
Hmm?
Okay. No, I guess I was asking rum cake, black cake. So Chanel said that it's all the same.
Yeah, all the same cake.
All right.
So,
Don't take away my Jamaican card, Chanel. I should know that, right? Don't revoke my Jamaican card, okay?
and then I'm adding um, vanilla and rose water, almond essence, sorry. And there's this special yellow thing that comes
Hold
out
on.
of
So
Jamaica.
CJ,
Yeah.
can you just hold the products a little bit closer to the camera, the vanilla or whatever it is. So folks, no, you don't need to.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't need to move it?
leave the camera. Just hold the ingredients up so people could see the label, see what is
Okay.
it that you're using. Yeah,
All right. Am I back on good good ground? Okay.
you good.
All
Yeah,
right. So I like using this one. This is almond essence.
there
Almond
you go.
essence. This one is out, it's straight out of Jamaica. This is the famous Benjamin vanilla.
All right.
That's straight out of Jamaica. And this thing is my grandma's favorite spice for baking and porridge, whatever you're doing, whether you're making pudding, whatever it is. This is, I've only seen this in Jamaica. My mom sent this from Jamaica for me. And this is called rose water almond. This is delightful in anything and everything. And normally when I'm baking, I don't so much measure my liquid stuff, but you might want to measure. If you're baking as long as I've been baking, I just throw stuff, right? So then I'm pouring this in here. And once you pour this in here, it actually makes it a little easier for you to mix that batter. It's not as stiff as when it was just the flour. And also, so you know, it's the famous white rum.
Of course. Yeah, turn it around the other way. Yes, that's the Ray and nephew overproof white
Yes,
rum.
white rum. Right now, my because I had the fruits, and the fruits, guys, we normally soak our fruits for a long time. Some people, once Christmas is over, they put their fruits to soak, and they'll soak their fruits in white rum and red label wine. Now, mine was soaking in the red label wine because I've been baking for the past 3 weeks, so my fruits has been soaking, so I don't have the red label right here right now, but I have port wine. You can also use port wine. Any port wine is the same red wine, but red label is the bomb if you're trying to do like what I'm doing. Then I'm gonna have some more of my fruits. I just had the rest of it. For this particular mixture, because my pan is not so big, I'm sorry, but I don't do small amount of cooking nothing. I can't do like a 1 pound or a half a pound. And for those who were late in coming on, the first thing I did was cream my butter or margarine and sugar, and then I beat my eggs and my lime juice together. And why I beat the eggs and the lime juice together is that you get a stiffer, a little more firmer cake when you beat the lime and the eggs together. So that's why I do that. But a lot of people, they'll just put the egg into the sugar and the butter. Okay, for my cake, I use molasses.
There you go.
Yeah, I use molasses, so I'm gonna pour some of that in here.
So, CJ, while you pour the molasses, you have Yannick. You have her. She's going through. She's going through right now. She said this is making her emotional. She miss your cooking, your
Is that my
baking.
sister? That's my
That's your
sister, I think.
She said she missed the crumbs from the baking pan.
Yes. Yes, she goes through that every Christmas.
Sorry, Yannick. One of these days, my dear.
She goes through that every Christmas. It's a thing. It's a thing. All right. Also, I use molasses. A lot of people use browning in their cake. Because I do big batches of cake, I use burnt sugar because I find when you use too much browning, sometimes it tends to make your cake bitter. So I use burnt sugar. And this brand is from Blue Mountain Country. See? Okay, so that's the brand. And we're on our home stretch on our baking right now. So this thing is gonna move from this brown color to a darker shade. Hence, that's why I think a lot of people call it black cake. and you cut and you fold. Okay, cut, cut and fold. Your grandma would be so upset. My grandma would be so upset if I would just mix and mix. You're supposed to cut and fold. And you would love to smell this, guys. This is like precious.
You have
Smells
me under
like Jamaica.
you have me under pressure over here, CJ. I'm sitting there eating cashew while you're making all that good
I
cake.
know. And normally when we do this cake, you, as a child, you would get the pan and you go, they're giving you to wash, but you got to go through with your fingers first. Because you got to taste it.
So CJ, Sharon Shaz out of Cayman, she said that she cannot find burnt sugar in Cayman.
Burnt sugar?
Yeah.
Maybe
You
not
have,
this
do you
brand.
have any link up for her?
I mean, I could buy it and send for her. But or if you have somebody in America, you could ask to buy it for you, because it's in the stores here. Not all to find here. So this is how I got my this is where I'm at with this. So like I said, you don't want to overwork your batter. And I think I'm at and also I don't want to waste my fruits either. So I'll do that. And then I'll get this. I think I'm gonna, after I sign off, I'm gonna bake something else, because I still got some stuff to go. So still got some fruits. So like I said, you use same part sugar, same part flour, same part butter when you're baking. And in this, and a dozen eggs. 1 dozen eggs, 1 pound flour, 1 pound sugar, 1 pound butter, and then you use your spices, you use your lemon juice, and for that you probably do like 3 pounds of fruits. So there we go. And now I'm gonna get my tins and I'm gonna show you how I do my pan. So these are 9 inches. And I think right now I have like, maybe in this I probably have like 9 inches, but I'll just do one to show you. And I just use like spray, cooking spray. And my cooking spray, and I think I'm missing, I'm sorry, but I think I'm missing flour, so I just find flour real quick.
Okay, viewer. So while she's off to get something that she's looking for, let me go ahead and thank you for watching. She's not actually in her kitchen due to the snow in New Jersey. She's actually cooking out of somebody else's kitchen. So
Right.
you know how it is when you cook out of somebody else's kitchen. You gotta try to
Yeah.
find a way around. So
Where everything is.
yes.
I know. Normally, if you check me out, I'm on YouTube and Instagram, and if you check those videos out, you will see me in my kitchen actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me use this time to shout out Linda Moses watching. Thank you for tuning in, Linda. We need to talk. I need to get you on the show, Linda. Caitlin Carmen, where can we watch when you sign off? She has a YouTube channel and it's called CJ's Kitchen, right, CJ?
Yes, CJ's Kitchen.
Yes. So
Right.
that's a response to
All right.
Caitlin. You can
I'm also on Instagram.
yeah, but I believe she want to watch
Oh, she
the,
wants to watch the videos.
yeah. So
Okay.
she's on YouTube at CJ's Kitchen.
CJ's Kitchen JA.
Oh, I'm sorry. CJ Kitchen JA.
Chanel, if you're there, can you please put the link up? So, okay. So what I did, I sprayed it and then I floured it. So at the end of your cake, it comes out like right? So in my oven is already on, and it's at 250 in a conventional oven. And also in the oven, I put like a can of water, a pot of water. You can put a pot of water. And you don't want to put this up too high because when it starts raising, it's going to come all the way up to the top. So there you go. And I'm going to put this, yeah, I'm going to put this in the oven. All right, so, and like I said, you put water in it, and I'll tell you in a second. Okay, so the water in your oven actually helps to steam your cake, right? The water helps to steam your cake so it does not come out of the oven dry. And if you know when you do fruit cake, at the end of it, you want to pour some white rum or some red label wine over it to keep it moist. And this cake can last up to like 4 or 5 months. You don't even have to put it in the refrigerator. Like every week you'd open the thing, you keep it in foil or foil can, and like every week you can pour some white rum over it. White rum, and this is like a come on, label, where is it? This is like a preservative, right? So it keeps it. So I
So
pop this.
CJ.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you have the water in the oven. Can
Right.
you please explain to the viewer where in the oven? Is it a particular spot? Can you
I
tell
put
us
it
about
under
that?
the bottom. I always put it under the bottom so it rises. You know, hot here rises. So it
Okay.
rises steam.
So it's on the rack below the cake, actual
Yeah,
cake.
below the cakes, right? It's
Okay.
on there. Also, so I'm gonna put this away. I'll finish up later on this, but I want to show you my Rocky Bailey's bread pudding, and
So guys, if you're just tuning in, she prepared this earlier. She set it up somewhat, and now she's getting back to it. So you want to talk this one through, CJ?
okay. So for my Rocky Bailey's, there's raisin, there's fruits in this too, and it's the same fruits that has been soaking in the white rum and the red label wine for a few months, for a while. And what I did, for who did not see, for my bread, I do auto bread, hard dough. What is it called, Joan? Hard dough bread, right?
You're
And I
good.
do slices. So I put the spices in my butter. So I'll use cinnamon, salt, a little bit of salt, and I'll do nutmeg, mixed spice, and I'll mix that into the butter, and then I'll butter each slice of bread. Enough butter. You don't want to be stingy with your butter, but if you want to use like unsalted butter, whatever you need to use, you can use that. But you just spice it up and use it there. So each bite into your bread pudding, you got spice. So when you butter it, it actually distributes the spices in your pudding much better. So like I said, and this is my favorite. This is what I use. This is Bailey's.
Turn it up. Yeah, there you go. Turn it up.
Bailey's
Turn it. Yeah, right there.
Bailey's rum cream. Well, we call this back at home in Jamaica, we call it Bailey's rum cream, but it's actually Bailey's Irish cream. Back home, we have Ray and Nephew rum cream. You can also use that, but mine is famously Bailey's. It's called Rocky Bailey. Rocky Bailey's. That's what this bread pudding is called. It actually has its own name, right? So in this, it's soaking in the Bailey's. And I'm gonna just pour it in. So it's soaking in Bailey's, white rum, red wine, and the Bailey's. Okay, so for this, I actually have 2 bread in here. This mix is 2 bread. I have a dozen eggs, and still for my eggs, I made sure to use lime juice in the eggs because the lime juice take away that strong taste of the egg. Right? You don't want to bake something and when you're done baking, it tastes like eggs. So And you use the lime juice, and that takes away. I also grated the zest from the lime, and I did use some as well in the fruit cake, and I used some in this because they both have eggs. So this
So,
one, mm,
CJ, let me ask you a question. So, for those who are watching, if they want to try this at home, right?
yeah.
I know that you're using the hard dough bread.
Mhm.
And when we say hard dough, people, it's hard, DOUGH, hard dough bread.
Yes.
Yeah, us Jamaicans, we can get a little
Yes, we
carried
don't
away with
pronounce
our
our
words.
H's.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
but can you use just about any bread to do it, or does it have to be that kind?
I find if I make this and I use if I make this and I use like whole wheat bread, it comes out very soggy and sloppy. I don't like
Oh,
using a whole wheat bread to make this,
okay.
right? But you can use any other bread, like you have milk bread, butter bread, whatever bread is on the market, but just not wheat because that wheat sucks up the juice and it don't come out to me. I don't know if anybody else have used it, but I don't like using it, right?
All right. So, real quick, let me shout out Evelyn Williams watching from London. Hello, Miss Evelyn. How are you? Good seeing you.
All right, so I'm doing a can't pan for this one. Um, and like I said, this is pretty easy. Once you flour, you spray and flour your pan. I know when we were growing up, we would use butter. We would use butter in the pan. But I find when I use the non-stick spray, the food spray, and flour it, when I'm done, everything just snap right out of that. Okay, so in this, we're gonna pop that in here. And if you have any other question, you can reach us on, or just ask Joan, and Joan
Yeah,
asks.
you could. Yeah, if you have a question, you could type it in the feed.
Right.
Well,
And guys,
Yannick,
I tell you, this smells so good. Like I just want to start laughing. It makes me smile because I get drunk easy. I can't drink alcohol. So I smell this and it makes me just want to start smiling. I tell
well, Yannick said I'm about to be drunk, so
you. I
maybe
tell
some
you.
drunking going on.
And I gotta send one to Jamaica for Yanni because she placed her order. So I do ship, guys. I do ship. And this is what this will look like. So on this one it's at 350 in this oven. And it's at 350. And I'll probably bake that for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending. I mean, you ought to know your own oven because if I was home, I know my own oven, so I would know my time. But like after an hour, you check and you do the knife test. You can just stick a knife in the middle. If it comes out dry, you know your bread, your pudding is ready or your cake is ready. If not, um, if not, you just stick it back in there and just try and estimate time. It's not so hard. Okay, so here I already have like a ready. Is there any question or should I show you the ready ones I have?
Um, there's no question from the viewers, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, when did you discover your passion for baking? When did you start baking?
Okay, so I'm not quite sure when I actually started baking or cooking, but I remember as a little girl growing up in the country, Jamaica, Clarendon, there was this old man that lived at our house. He was some family member, but he was very old. He used to ride his donkey, and apparently I was always in the kitchen. So he gave me a name called kitchen mechanic. And but I never knew what kitchen mechanic meant until I was way older that it meant mechanic. But Jamaican they changed everything, so he said mechanic. But I know, and like when my mom would cook on Sundays, she would get the chicken and whatever she did to, she would give me bits and pieces. So whatever she did to her bits and pieces, I would put it on mine too, right? She would give me the same seasoning or whatever. So as I grew older, I just loved the kitchen and I loved to cook. And I just started baking. I didn't even learn from someone or something. I just did it. And so people just like it. And over the years, it's become an hobby and something that I really love to do.
Okay. So you're getting a shout out from a major chef,
Okay.
Chef Champion out
Okay.
of Kingston, Jamaica. And Chef
Yeah,
Champion is
I've
also,
watched him on Mr.
yes, an
Ansel.
executive chef at Royal Caribbean. So you're talking about somebody that definitely know the game. So he's
Okay.
on here shouting you out. So I must
Oh,
say that
thank you.
you're doing great things. I enjoy the presentation. Do you have something else you want to show?
Yeah, I wanted to cut into my finished product so you all will see.
So you have one that was previously done.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let it
So
be, because the one that the demonstration you did, that's actually in the oven. But what she's about to show is one that's already done for you to see what it looked like.
yeah. Okay.
And while she's doing that, thank you again, guys, for tuning in. And of course, you could always catch me here on Influential Thursday. It's a Thursday show that starts at 8 p.m. But for tonight, this is a special pop-up broadcast with CJ's Kitchen.
And after this bread pudding is done, I normally just pour some Baileys over that, right? Oh, Jesus help me tonight, because I'm gonna have to bite into this when I cut it.
You're gonna let me walk from Maryland to New Jersey. Girl, it's snowing outside. Don't do
Let
that.
me cut. Let me just cut into this. And this is one of my number one seller, you all. This is one of my number one seller. I don't know if it's the Baileys or, but people just love to eat this. So I'll just pick it up. And this is what it looks like, guys. That's not really an attractive look right there. But we got some on our, because I can't get, but I'll buy it.
Oh, don't start speaking Spanish now, CJ.
No, I just laugh. I just get really happy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just start laughing.
I'm
But
glad
this
you're
is so
look,
good.
I'm glad you're a Christian, so I don't have to worry about you cussing on an
No, I
international
don't. No,
platform.
I don't. I
So
don't
you
even
won't.
drink because, yeah.
Okay.
But that is good.
I can
And so,
imagine.
and this will last for a while too, guys, because, like I said, it has the white rum in it. It has the wine. I don't use milk in this. I know a lot of people they use milk in their bread pudding, but I don't. So it's basically the alcohol that will keep it for a while.
Okay, Sharon, you biting through the screen. Please stop biting up my computer, Sharon.
I need water. I gotta go water.
All right, Yannick, she's not gonna eat anymore. As you could see, she turned to water now. Yannick,
Yeah.
don't eat
Yeah,
anymore.
you know how I get if I drink. So, and I also have a cake in here. I'll show you. Oh wow! I just got hot all of a sudden. I'm like sweating.
Oh, you'll be all right.
I'm like sweating. Come on.
So that one is a black cake.
Yes, this is the fruit cake.
Again, viewers, this was previously done. The two that she
Right, it's
demonstrated.
not the two that just went in.
The two that she demonstrated is in the oven right now. These were previously done. She's just cutting it for you to see what a finished product look like.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
And guys, I eat a lot of my own bacon. This is what my cake come. Oh God, I don't know why I'm not getting good pictures. Chanel, can you share pictures of our cake on there? I'm not getting good pictures, but if you look at this, you see that's why I don't mix my eggs in my sugar and butter, because when you break, you don't get that bunch of crumb. You see, it just
Girl, you're killing me.
I do it. That thing tastes so good.
I close my peanut, but I gotta take one more out because
Oh
my
God.
cashew, because you're making me hungry.
I tell you, I don't know. You have people who will say they cook and they can't eat their own cooking. Mine tastes so good. Like
Of course.
I eat. I'm sorry. So, oh my God, I've been eating so much of this cake. I even have videos out with me eating this cake and like I cannot contain myself. But
You're gonna have
yeah,
to send mine express. I cannot wait for no regular delivery.
yeah,
After this
yeah.
right here, I need mine express.
And trust me, guys, the longer these stays, the better. It's like fine wine; they get better with age. Cause when you cut into a cake that you've had like for 2 weeks, well, over a week, pure, good. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it. And I'm waiting on the oven. When everything's done, I gotta put these in. But for now, yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. If you're just tuning in, go back to the beginning of the video, and so you could see the process because
Yes.
what you're looking at now are two that were previously done. So you want to go back to the beginning so you can see
Yeah.
how it was prepared, the ones that's
What it
currently in the
is.
oven, and that's what it's going to look like.
Right. That's the
And
fruit cake. And this is Rocky Bailey. Her name is Rocky Bailey, you all. Oh my goodness. Look at that rum cream just running
ah,
down.
ah, Jesus.
That's
And viewers, so if you, whether you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, if you would like to get some of these goodies, that's the information scrolling around on the screen. That's her phone number. You can follow her on Instagram as shown on the screen, or she has a YouTube channel, which is what is it again?
still CJ's Kitchen JA.
CJ's Kitchen JA. So look, it's about to be Christmas time. You want to order your rum cake, your black cake, whatever name you want to give it. Order it into the New Year's. I mean, to me, you can order cake anytime, but
Yeah.
traditionally, it's a thing for Jamaica during the Christmas season. But you cannot go wrong with this thing any time of the year.
At the
So
time of the
please,
year. Yeah.
I need you to support this, my good friend here with CJ's Kitchen. And y'all know it got to be a good friend for me to be on here tonight because my broadcast is on Thursdays. I said,
Thank you so
nonetheless, I'm
much.
going to do a pop up. I'm going to do a special for her because she's an amazing woman of God. And I just want to share her talent with the world just for you to see, we have to support our own, entrepreneurs. She's making her mark in the baking industry. Please support her. I promise you, it's going to taste really, really good. You cannot go wrong with a black cake.
With a black cake, no time at all. If you know what you're doing, trust me. Okay.
Yeah, and I must say you handle things pretty well, not coming out of your own kitchen. Yeah, she it's snowing in New Jersey where she's at, and so she had to
Yeah, we have a
from
snowstorm.
somebody else's kitchen, and she handled herself very well. Thank you so much. Everything was explained properly. I do believe that folks can go back and look at the process and may even want to try it for themselves because you were given
Yeah.
directions that if one was really paying attention, they should be able to watch it. So earlier there was a question, and I think it's all the way up in the screen. I don't want to scroll up because I don't want to cut you off. So I forget who it's from, but somebody wanted to know how can they get your shirt, and they said they see pretty. But see, I didn't want to disrupt you. So if you're still there, our shirt says pretty lakawa. So
Yeah.
are you
Let me
able
see. I
to
can remove my apron.
because you finished cooking, so you don't need that apron anymore?
Yeah. So, okay, so this is Pretty Lakawa, and this is also a brand that we do. I do is actually my baby. I started earlier this year. God just placed that in my spirit to start a business, and I had no idea about business. And so the name Pretty Lakawa is like my kids, they were brainstorming to name a product once, and they had that name, and so we just use that. So Pretty Lakawa, we have like t-shirts, we got gym wear, We got yoga mats. So after eating all of this cake, you're gonna need to work out. So if you check out Pretty Lakawa, we have our website. It's at prettylakawa.com, and we're also on Instagram at Pretty Lakawa, and you'll see even me and my daughter, we're dancing some gospel music in our Pretty Lakawa outfit. It's really cool. Right. So, and we also have some beauty products as well. We got eyelashes if you like to, pop some lashes on there. I can't wear them because I wear glasses. So, right. But yeah, just check us out at prettylakawa.com.
Yeah, okay, so again, okay, so there you have it. I forget who asked the question, but there you have it. Um, so yes, if you want to order, Sharon, whoever wants to order, that's the information scrolling around on the screen right there. You can get your cake, and please, please, please do us a favor. Can you please share this with your network? Just hit share on your page. You could share it to your page. And if you don't want to share it on your page, just share it on your story. At least give it 24 hours. Share it so that people can see what this amazing woman is doing in the kitchen, in the line of baking. And I'm going to invite you guys, if you're not one of the folks following me on here, I have a regular program on Thursday, Influential Thursday. And I always have amazing guests on the show. So you may want to tune in. I've been doing this for like about 4 years now. So yeah, so is there any parting words you want to say to the viewers, CJ, before we
Um,
go?
I just like to say thank you all for watching. And one of the things somebody asked me the other day, CJ, are you giving away your secret to your fruitcake? And I was like, you know what? If this is the season for sharing, right? And if I can share with somebody who might not be able to buy a cake, and the cake won't share for everybody in their family, at least they can buy the ingredients and do their own thing. And I mean, let's just share some love throughout this season or throughout the whole year, because man, we all need some love right now. We can't even hug, but we need, so that's about it. And like I said, thanks for watching, and follow me on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, please. I'm trying here. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. And to just address the question as far as are you giving away your secret recipe? I'm glad about the approach that you take on that, because no, you're not, because what is for you can be for somebody else. So you cannot be scared that if you share your recipe, somebody's gonna take it.
Yeah.
What is for you is for you. Can nobody bake the cake the way you bake it? They can try, but it's gonna be their version. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
yours. You have your own set of people that God will put in your path to purchase your cakes.
Mhm.
What is for you will be for you. So you're right. Don't be afraid to share or to share the secret recipe, just share it, because you may be blessing, like you said, someone who cannot afford to purchase a cake, but they may be able to buy the ingredients and try to make it themselves. But yeah, don't worry about who's gonna get the secret recipe, you know, believe it or, and I'm sure you know this, we were blessed to be a blessing.
Yeah.
And that's just your way of blessing back. If you can teach somebody one thing so that they can make themselves better and start maybe a
Right.
business or whatever, then to God be all the glory. You've done your part. He bless you so that you can bless somebody else. And even the scripture tells us that to whom much is given, much is
Much is
required. And this is not
required. Right.
to be
Right.
able to have a YouTube channel, to be able to get on here and demonstrate this thing from start to finish, to be able to do all of this. This is your much. And
Yeah.
again, to whom much is given, much is required. So you don't worry about who writing down. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you were called to do, to not just bake, but maybe to teach and to share. So you want to just go ahead in full speed, share it, and just let the rest will figure itself out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there are other stuff sometimes that I'll throw. Just a tip, like you can throw other stuff, because I know a lot of people they put like breadcrumb. Somebody would use cracker crumb. Like I like to put marmalade, and I put marmalade or preserve in my cake as well. We didn't have any here tonight because, like I said, I'm not coming out of my own kitchen, so some of my stuff is missing. But those are some of the, you can try and do little stuff because you might not like raisins, you might not like certain fruits, so you have a choice of what you want to use in your cake. Alrighty.
Awesome.
Okay.
So thank you so much, CJ.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank
We'll
you.
do this again at some point. I said I got to get my girl in, squeeze her in. I don't really do a broadcast on Wednesday, but I'll do this just because it's you, right?
Okay,
So
thank
I
you so
thank you
much.
guys, everyone, for tuning in. And CJ will go through the comments and she will respond and let you know that she appreciates you. And I certainly appreciate you as
Yes,
well.
I
Shout out to everyone who's watching and have a have a happy holidays, Christmas,
Yeah.
Kwanzaa,
Merry
whatever you
Christmas,
celebrate.
Happy New Year.
Just, just make it happy. You're still here. COVID didn't take you out, so just make it happy. We're not gonna trip off of what COVID is doing. Let COVID do their thing, right? You do you, right? I'm gonna do
Yeah.
me, right? So just go on and hold things down, and I'll check the messages once I'm done. So viewers, I have been your host, Jamaican Joan. And until next time, you take care and make this $1 million day. Jamaican Joan and CJ's Kitchen, we are out. Have a good night.